Alright, what's going on, everybody? In just a few short hours, Clayton Kershaw will be taking the mound for Game 1 of the World Series. Let's go! It wasn't easy, but the Dodgers finally got through the Atlanta Braves in the NLCS. It took them 7 games, but the Dodgers won 4 out of the last 5 games of that series, including 3 consecutive must-win games. Whew, what a series. The great thing about the series against the Braves is that it took a total team effort from the Dodgers. Corey Seager was the MVP of the NLCS. He hit 5 home runs throughout the series, but it seemed like every night there was a different hero. In Game 5, Will Smith hit a huge go-ahead home run that proved to be the difference. In Game 6, Walker Buehler pitched an amazing game, and Kenley Jansen saved the game for the 2nd day in a row. Kenley Jansen's good again? When did that happen? That's awesome. In Game 7, we had huge home runs from Kike Hernandez in a pinch hit spot, and also a game-winning home run from Cody Bellinger. Plus, Julio Urias locked down the Braves for 3 consecutive scoreless innings to end out that game. And I haven't even talked about the defense yet. All throughout the series, Mookie Betts was making huge plays. Cody Bellinger was playing awesome in center field. Justin Turner even had an amazing double play where the Braves had runners on 2nd and 3rd with nobody out, and he managed to turn that into a double play almost all by himself. It was fantastic. And now they're moving on to the World Series for the 3rd time in the last 4 years, and boy, do they seem confident. In the World Series, the Dodgers are going to be up against the Tampa Bay Rays. Now, I got to be honest with you, I don't really watch the American League too much, and I don't know a whole heck of a lot about this team, but I do know that they're a very smart operation and that they led the American League in wins this year, so this should be another tough series. Tampa Bay pitches really well, and they feature a really deep bullpen, which is full of a lot of guys who have really different arm angles and different deliveries, and they're not afraid to go to that bullpen early and often. The Rays also have a guy named Randy Arozarena, and apparently all this guy does is hit a home run every single time he comes up to the plate, so the Dodgers are going to have to be careful with him. But all in all, I'm not too worried about this series. The Dodgers just seem like they're not scared of anybody right now. No situation is too big for them. Even when they're losing games, it looks like they expect they're going to score runs and come back and win. And I actually think the Braves might have been their toughest competition this year. When you look at the Braves offense, you look at Freddie Freeman, Acuna Jr., Osuna, I just don't see the Tampa Bay offense stacking up. The only real concern that I have for the Dodgers right now is the current status and the health of some of their pitchers. Some of their guys were really asked to throw a lot of innings in Games 5, Game 6, and especially Game 7 of the NLCS. You look at Game 7, Dustin May pitched, Tony Gonsolin pitched, Julio Urias pitched. All 3 of those guys are guys that we might expect to start a game or 2 in the World Series, and I'm just not sure when they're going to be available. We might be looking at a couple of bullpen games in this series, and that's always a risky maneuver. The way it's set up right now, we've got Kershaw ready to go for Game 1, and then again probably in either Game 5 or Game 6. And we've got Walker Buehler set up to go in Game 3 and also Game 7. But those other 3 games, it's going to be a little bit of a mix and match. It's going to just depend on who's healthy, who's fresh, and who's available game to game. Anyway, as I've said before, I've got faith in this team, and I think it starts tonight with good old number 22, Clayton Kershaw. He didn't pitch particularly well in Game 4 of the NLCS, and he did take the loss in that game, but the Dodgers offense did absolutely nothing to support him in that game. Roberts probably left him in just a little bit too long, and then of course the 2 guys that he left out on base were promptly let in to score by the bullpen, so it was another perfect trifecta of factors that led to another sad Kershaw outing. But I don't think that's going to happen in the World Series. I'm confident that Kershaw is going to take care of business in Game 1 of the World Series, just like he did in Game 1 of 2017. People always forget the good games that Kershaw has in his past, and in that first game against the Astros, he threw 7 innings, gave up only 1 run, struck out 11 guys, and that was against a team that was actively trying to cheat during that series. So I expect we're going to see a similar outing tonight, and the Dodgers will get off to a good start. Alright, that's all I've got for this short video today. Look for my next video shortly after the World Series is over. Hopefully it'll be a happy one and not a 45-minute exploration of sadness and suffering and the nature of being a heartbroken fan. We'll see.